Yo, 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 it's Crow, the MTF bro. And today I'm talking about whoosh, 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 hair. Make the most of this, have lovely long hair, because I am about to go get it cut. I am about to go and have the first haircut in about 6 years. I've been growing my hair out since about late 2015, and it was like, I guess, a big part of transition for me. I'd wanted to grow it out for a really long time, but I always chickened out when it got to like the awkward length. And so I literally haven't gone to a hairdresser since 2015, and I've had it very long for like the last 3 years, and occasionally I would cut it myself. But with the whole butch awakening and being on hormones for several years, I've realized I don't actually, I've enjoyed having longer hair, but I don't love it that much. I actually really, really want to have short hair again. Actually, the other day, I even had a dream where I shaved all my hair off. So I've been thinking about it pretty obsessively for a month, but I'm also really scared about the concept of going to the hairdresser because, like I said, it's been like 6 years. And and this is going to be the first time I will go to the hairdresser openly as a transgender woman and a butch woman at the same time, which is kind of scary. So hopefully they won't mess my hair up completely. I'm not even going to tell you what style I'm planning to get. I'm just going to do like a fun little transition, and then you'll see my hair after I've got it cut, and then we can have a little chat about hair and the meaning of hair for trans women. Jump cut! I just watched that clip back and wow, my hair looks kind of awful. I washed it 2 days ago. And how is it this bad already? This is the problem with having long hair. My hair is so thick. When I wash it, it takes like 30 minutes to dry with a hairdryer. And then 2 days later, it looks like crap again. Also, the problem with my hair is I have a terrible hairline. And when I do this, I look like motherfucking Legolas. And if I can't even have like a lovely feminine hairline, what's the point? Just cut that shit off. And we'll do that right now. And I'm back. Sorry, the lighting is a bit crap because it's the evening and apparently it's going to rain later, but check out my hair. Here it is and it looks glory. I'm going to spend ages doing this in this video because there's this one bit here that keeps wanting to go to the side. I also will probably be stimming because this is the amazing part of having short hair is you get to stim with it. So basically, I love it. I just spent like 10 minutes standing in front of the mirror, playing with my hair and having just a bit of the good old gender euphoria. It was a really surreal experience because I was sitting there with my mask on and my glasses off while they were cutting my hair, and I have very bad eyesight, so I really just saw a blurry image of myself, so I saw the silhouette of the hair, and this hairstyle is very similar to a style I had about 6 or 7 years ago before I started growing my hair out. So I started to get really dysphoric because I was like, oh my god, I look like I used to, as in like I look like a man. And I'll put that picture here probably for comparison. Or I might not, depending on whether I'm comfortable sharing old pictures of me. It really depends how editing Ariel feels. Because gender euphoria Ariel's like, yeah, put that shit up. And then editing Ariel might be like, no, protect our identity. Ugh. But so I was getting really dysphoric. But then as soon as I put my glasses on and took the mask off, I was like, no. And this has actually been really validating because it's been like a perfect way of just showing myself how much work hormones have done, because I was really like underplaying the amount of change I'd had in my face. But now when I look at myself, I'm like, I look like the sister of the person who had that haircut before, and it was like a real like 360 moment. And I love how I look, and it sounds really stupid, but like I feel more feminine with my hair like this. I feel more butch. I feel more sexy, like way more sexy. I feel more comfortable. This was absolutely the right decision. And I got very anxious before the haircut. Like you didn't see before I recorded, but I was getting like super anxious. But in the end, so worth it. I feel amazing, and like literally, I didn't bring it down, but I was playing with my caps because I wear a lot of caps, and like it looks so good with the caps. Like the long hair was kind of cute, I guess, but this is leagues ahead. I'm honestly thrilled with how this has come out looking. And the great thing is I've still got a bit of the blonde left in it, so I can dye this if I want to, or I can maybe like bleach the whole middle part and dye it purple because I've got a bunch of purple dye kicking around. I'm just so happy. Like, this is ultimate Gen euphoria. And the reason I really wanted to make this video is because like I've heard a lot of trans girls like talk about like hair as like an important part of the trans experience, and like specifically being a trans woman. And like the narrative I see crop up a lot is like, yeah, when you're a trans woman, it's like often when you're young, you really want to grow your hair out, but people are weird about it. And if you do grow it out, people make comments about how like, oh, you need to cut your hair and stuff. And then often people cut your hair without your consent, and it's very coercive and like can be traumatic. And like, I can definitely see that. And one of the things, like, I really think people like the way hair is treated and with like gender stuff is like, it's just fucked up. Like, I remember in school, our school had a rule that like boys couldn't have long hair. Like, nobody was allowed to have really, really short hair. Like, no one was allowed to have hair that's this short, which is already kind of weird. But I'm like, okay, if that applies to everyone, fine. But boys weren't allowed to have long hair, full stop. And that really sets me off because I'm like, it's hair, it's personal, like it's none of your business, mate. And like, I don't know, I just never knew what to do with my hair before. I think it was partly that kind of pre-transition derealization feeling where you're like, who am I? Like, not caring about your appearance kind of thing. I also have very thick hair. I have a double crown, and it's just all kind of awkward. So it makes it very challenging to do a lot of hairstyles. So when I was growing up, I mainly just had crap hair. I looked like a knockoff Beatles member for a long time. Some people actually thought I was trying to look like a member of the Beatles. It was that bad. It was just like a big mop. And then when I got into uni, I started like figuring out how to cut my hair better, like doing kind of choppy side styles. This kind of stuff seems to work really well with my hair, and I got like a lot of joy off of that. I think probably looking back, it was partly gender euphoria, but I couldn't really like figure that out at the time. And obviously it still looked quite masculine. On a side note, one of the things that's great with this hairstyle is I don't feel dysphoric about my hairline. And I was feeling so dysphoric about my hairline when I had it long. So I think that's fantastic because that's why I'm doing the side sweep. Like, the side sweep like really does an amazing job of hiding the hairline. So yeah, but I'd be interested if I did it up, like, would I still feel that way? Well, if I put it up like this, that's the hairline, all right. let's put it back to the side. I was like, I don't feel dysphoric, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh, maybe I do. So yeah, so like, there were various points where I tried to grow out over the last 10 years, I would say, but it always got to an awkward length and then I cut it all off. And I think I kind of had this idea, and this happened to me a lot with early transition stuff, where I felt like, oh, something is wrong with my gender and I want to like do something different. So I would try and go for like feminine things, like wearing makeup or wearing like shiny jewelry and wearing like bright clothes and growing my hair. And like, it kind of made me feel a bit better because it was moving away from like an overtly like male, I guess, idea or connotation, but it also made me feel weird because I was like, this isn't really how I want to present. And of course, at the time I didn't know I was butch. And like, this haircut really feels like it has reconciled the kind of masculine butch way that I always wanted to present, and that I actually did present as before transition for a long time, with my post-transition self, where I'm much more comfortable with my body. I'm comfortable with how my face looks. And just seeing this, I'm trying really hard not to just look at my little screen on the camera here because I'm just so thrilled with how it looks. And like, now I look in the mirror with this hair and I don't see a man. I see a butch woman. I see a fucking cool, sexy lesbian with a lovely pair of tits. And it just makes me so happy. It makes me so euphoric. And to think that last year I was going through periods where I was like, oh my God, should I detransition? Like, am I really trans, or am I like secretly just a cisgender man? I'm like looking in the mirror, I'm like, well, this hair did not make me feel so fucking fab before hormones, you know, like the hormones really came through, and this haircut has just showed me that. And I just feel so great. Obviously, there's all the practical stuff as well of like, I don't have to like spend an hour drying it and all of that stuff. And like, I don't have to like move it out of my face all the time or tie it up. But like, it just feels like freedom. Honestly, it really does. I'm so happy with this hair. I'm going to go, because of the lighting and stuff, I'm not sure how like greatly visible it is, so I'm going to go get my girlfriend to take some pictures with my camera, and then I'll plop those at the end of the video. This video might have music from Deirdre, who is a lovely person from the MTF Butch's Reddit and Discord, because she said I could use any of her music, but I haven't actually listened to any of her music yet. So while I'm editing this video, I'll have a listen to her music, and if I like it, I'll put it on, because she said just slap any old piece you want on there. So yeah, so if you hear some music, that means I liked her music. Now, thanks to Deirdre, if I am using your music, I mean, I'm saying if I'm not going to use her music, I'll just edit this bit out. So this feels very meta. I'm basically having a conversation with myself at this point. As you can tell, I didn't really script this video because I couldn't be fucked. And I'm on a 4-day weekend and I'm feeling very tired and lazy. So just marvel in the joy of this hair. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Also, sorry for not making videos more frequently, but I'm a messy bitch. So yeah, all right. I was gonna say love you all. Are we at that stage yet? I've gotten really lovely feedback, actually, I should say, on the Reddit and stuff from my videos, MTF Butches, and some of you have left really lovely comments, and I want to say thank you all for your feedback. I just started this as a bit of a jolly, you know, just a bit of like I'll just make a, you know, ramble on some videos. And whenever I've done that kind of like rambly, whatever, off the cuff YouTube stuff before, it's not been particularly successful. So I'm kind of shocked that I'm getting so much engagement. I think it's just because there's just so little out there for us MTF butchers, for the estrogenated bros. There's a severe dearth of content, is there not? And also, the Reddit and the Discord have been growing like wildfire recently. Like so many people joining and chatting in, posting cute selfies. So I'm feeling really great. Like long live the MTF bros. Well, I still don't know if anyone else is using that label. I'm calling myself the MTF bro. So you have permission to call yourself an MTF bro if you would like to. All right then. Thank you for watching this video. You know what I'm going to say? I love you all. Goodbye.